We've all heard of the lucky protagonist, but what happens when luck is the only thing a story has going for it? Today, we're looking at I Am Really Not the Son of Providence. It's a transmigration cultivation story where the MC can literally see people's luck and decides to ride their coattails to the top. But is this a clever subversion of the genre, or just a series of stupid events jumping over each other? Shin Tion transmigrates into a cultivation world with a unique ability. He can see the Providence halo over people's heads. He realizes that if he sticks close to the chosen ones, he can steal or rub off some of their fortuitous opportunities. Soon, everyone in the world thinks he's a legendary lucky mascot, while he's just trying to survive his own perceived bad luck. It's a comedy of errors, but the errors might be in the writing itself. If you value details, world building, or a coherent flow of events, you might find your head boiling by chapter 13. The author has a habit of jumping from one event to another with almost zero connective tissue. It feels like a series of disjointed scenes rather than a living world. If an author ignores the small details in the first few chapters, they rarely start caring about them later. And in this case, the lack of depth makes the whole experience feel hollow. The MC is described as absurd and ridiculous, but not always in a good way. His problems are handled with a superficial touch that leaves you wondering what the stakes even are. The methods he uses to solve his issues aren't clever. They often feel like the author took the easiest, most nonsensical path possible. It tries to be funny and lighthearted, but without any logical grounding. It often just ends up feeling like a peer-written story for a much younger audience. The synopsis promises a grand world filled with secret realms and imperial burials, but there's a catch. The MC doesn't seem to care about any of it, so why should the reader? When the protagonist is this disconnected from the mechanics of his own world, the setting just becomes a blurry background for a series of lucky accidents. It's a power fantasy that forgets that for a payoff to feel good, there needs to be a process. 13 chapters were enough to see the pattern here. It's a story that relies on absurdity and the lucky mascot trope to carry everything, neglecting the basic rules of storytelling along the way. If you're looking for a cultivation novel with meat on its bones and a protagonist who uses his brain, this probably isn't the one for you. Final verdict: 2 out of 5 stars, early look. It's a junk food novel for a very specific, younger demographic. If you don't mind a complete lack of detail and a plot that moves like a caffeine-addicted grasshopper, you might find it funny. But for everyone else, it's a skip. The title says he's not the son of Providence, but he's definitely the son of plot convenience. Is there such a thing as a protagonist who is too lucky? Or does the luck trope always ruin the stakes for you? Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my next warning about the web novel world's biggest logic gaps. See you in the next one.